U.S. and Iranian negotiators are in Switzerland, kicking off the next phase of high-stakes peace talks. And among those present are Vice President JD Vance. He says the Trump White House is aiming for a full, quote, full regional ceasefire. But President Donald Trump is saying something else on social media. John Larenk reports.
In a serene-looking Switzerland, Vice President JD Vance says the U.S. wants to change the way it deals with Iran.
If they are willing to give up nuclear weapons ambitions for the long term, then the United States is willing to fundamentally transform our relationship with that country.
But back in Washington, D.C., President Donald Trump is using harsher terms. In a social media post Sunday, Trump threatened to hit Iran, quote, very hard again, just like we did last week, only harder, if Iran doesn't bring its proxies under control. The White House's message came as Iranian media reported the country will shut down the Strait of Hormuz again, partly because of alleged Israeli violations in Lebanon.
We've lost 13 servicemen and women. We have paid over $50 billion of taxpayer money for a war we never should have waged.
Earlier, Trump threatened to place tolls on the Strait of Hormuz if a deal isn't reached. But the existing memorandum of understanding has critics on both sides of the aisle in the U.S.
These things are always a little bit messy. If you go back to how much was happening 3 months ago and compare it to 3 weeks ago, great progress has been made.
And deep skepticism remains about the control of the strait.
Now we're back to diplomacy with a far weaker hand. Yes, their military has been degraded, but Iran has now figured out they can use the Strait of Hormuz to hold us and the global economy hostage anytime they want.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.